Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. This is Emily. She's my sister. This is her first official appearance here. And why'd you put an Emmy or an Oscar?
C3PO.
Oh.
I feel like I'm not ready. I don't know what to say.
Well, open your eyes, first of all. You said.
I did open my
Please,
eyes. I literally was taking pictures and I was like, why don't my eyes open?
Mine don't either. There's something in my eye. Tell us about yourself.
I'm Emily. I am...
You don't have to look at the microphone.
Please be so nice to me. I don't know what to do here. There's so many things to look at.
Oh
I don't know what to look at. What camera do I look at?
Jeez.
So, I'm Emily. I'm 22. Did I say I was 23 earlier?
You never said your age.
Well, I was thinking about it earlier. I can't believe I'm going to be 23.
Did I ask?
I'm 22. I've been an esthetician for 4 years now, and I have my own spa. We do an array of services.
Oh my god. Anyway, so she has a whole business. Wow, what a woman. I don't know why I keep moving it. I just like having it. I'm like, hey, I'm a radio host.
But we're working on it. We're working on our skin. We're building up
Skincare.
the tolerance.
Skincare.
There's like a whole skincare journey that goes into it.
It's really
so.
cool. I didn't know how hard it was to have good skin. I was like, just wash your face. And I was like, why is my skin ugly? And it was because I was using Dial to wash my face.
It's okay.
It's a Dial and
There's
any
room for growth.
body lotion. Just slap it on my face.
Just
And I was
put it
like,
on.
that's fine. It's good. My face is moisturized.
It's okay because you go through these steps, and then you find what works for your skin, and
turns out my
man,
face
the
really
difference
isn't oily.
that like good products
I was just
make is
using
really
the wrong
important to
thing.
like maintain things at home while you're getting the treatments done is really important too.
It's very
So,
expensive.
Maintaining the results that you are paying for, and like they're pretty invasive treatments, so to keep that up, you don't want to reverse it with some cheaper products. You want to make sure that you're getting your money's worth out of your treatment. So when you take care of it at home and you wear sunscreen and you're moisturized and you keep your skin hydrated and you protect that barrier, you're gonna for success. I don't see anything.
It hurts really bad. Anyway, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, you look pretty.
Thank you.
That's all that matters.
Please.
Oh.
You can't be crazy. I'm just kidding. You can be crazy.
Just buck wild.
What made you want to become an esthetician?
I saw a lot of like different avenues that you could take when becoming an esthetician. There are ways where you can join programs where you do facials on cruise ships and stuff like that. So you can sign like almost an 18-month long contract and you board on a cruise and you're an esthetician on
It's
a
like
cruise.
a flight attendant, but for aesthetics.
Yeah, so you go and you do facials, and it's
On a
just this
boat?
cruise that just, they're changing, and you go to different ports and stuff, and you basically live on the boat. Like
Sweet Life.
on deck. Is what I thought of, and I was like,
You said
I could
You said
possibly. I thought about it
you
for
said,
a while
I'm
because
London Tipton.
I was like, I could travel the world. And so I thought about different things like that. And you can work at different resorts. Like I had a job interview at the Great Wolf Lodge, and I was almost going to take a position there where I would enter as a receptionist, and then I would work my way up to being one of their estheticians that they would perform on like guests and stuff. But there you can't really build a clientele. It's mostly working on whoever wants a facial at that time at the hotel. And I wanted to build a reputation, and I wanted people to come back to me and want to see me and things like that. And that's something I didn't know I wanted in the beginning. I thought that I wanted to either be like a traveling something or
Like a circus?
No.
Traveling circus.
There was a girl who she did traveling facials and she would do it out of her car, but she was making like good money.
Out of her car?
Yeah.
Lay the seat back, you said.
No, like she would take her stuff to somebody's house and set it all up.
Oh!
And then do a facial at their
like
house.
A facial in the car. I was like,
no.
Interesting.
But she made a lot of money that way, and so I was like, oh.
I mean, I guess you could get a trailer and you could like make one of the beds.
Yeah, she had like a thing that she'd hook up, and it had all of her facial stuff, and so
That's
she
cool.
normally just drove a truck, but then she would hook up her facial equipment little trailer thing, and then she would take it to somebody's house and then do stuff on them, and she was making lots of money. So I was like, wow, that's really cool. But she had to build first before she could do that. You just can't start going to people's houses. Yeah, like, who's this weirdo?
You just knock on the door. Would you
like, facial? Would you like me to touch your face? And then they'll be like, what? So
they said, but COVID.
I know, it's so sketchy now with that.
I wouldn't want to go to someone's house
everything
and touch
that we
them.
can, but going to somebody's house now seems like really like sketchy.
It's really bad.
Just realized how dirty we were as a society, and people had to like relearn to wash their hands.
That was
what a time.
That people didn't
wash your hands.
I'm like, you don't just wet them and say clean.
I swear to God, people go in there and they're like, and then that's it. And I'm like,
they just go,
soap? Where's the lather?
Please.
It's not there. And so
what are your next goals? Like, what are you hoping to further your knowledge as far as like esthetician stuff goes?
I really want to be a really, really good, reputable, influential permanent makeup artist as well, and be somebody who's well known in like the skincare community as well, but also like known for like really good lashes.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I could kind of create just this market of really like talented artists,
Mm-hmm.
and then just be known for like incredible work, because I feel like in the beginning I was kind of spreading myself thin, like wanting to do everything.
Definitely.
But like honing in on those three things, like lashes, skincare, and permanent makeup, is really...
When you just started doing skincare, you really took off, and I was like, there she goes.
So here we go.
She's here. Because you were like waxing and you were like doing Brazilians, and I was like, this is so cool. And then you were like, I want to focus on skincare, and I was like, oh my god,
it was so much fun.
Good.
I love skincare.
It's
when
so
I really
good.
get like,
and I was like, skincare, all you do is wash it. What do you do?
It's so
all these
good.
fancy serums, they don't do
And then,
anything.
like,
they do so much.
And then learning
Everything.
like the backgrounds and like ingredients and like how things work and like how it plays into everybody's skin, because it's different, and like you have to balance things because things can get thrown out of whack, and then everybody's environment's different, so not everything is going to work on the same people because everybody has different circumstances, and it's really interesting, and I want to expand on that more and really
That's really
be known
cool.
for those really core things.
That's really cool. And like definitely focusing on facials more at your spa.
Mm-hmm.
That definitely helps with that. And that's really cool. That's really neat.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it. Skincare is so much fun. I have recently fallen in love with it. I used to, like I said, just wash my face with Dial and put anything on my face, and I was like, hee hee hee, like Bath and Body Works. I was
too.
like, hee hee hee.
If it
the
smelled
cream,
good,
I was
put it
like,
on my face.
24-hour moisture, and I was like, I'm greasy, and I have so much acne, and I was like, maybe this is just who I am. But then you start actually using the right things, and my skin has never looked better. I'm wearing makeup right now, but it's so good. It also helps that she digs my pores like all the time, and it hurts so bad, but it's working.
Tell people that.
Well,
It's just she's never had any kind of treatments kind of really before, so this is all very new to her, and when you're kind of getting the skin ready, and in the beginning it's scary, but we're working on it. I ask her every time, I'm like, is it getting better? And she's like, it's getting better. Like, it's more tolerable every time.
Just like when you get a Brazilian for the first time. It hurts so bad the first time, but then, like, you just kind of work your way up. Oh, so, like, you know how when you do, like, a peel or, like, a microderm, what if, this is just, I just thought about this, if you like lived like in Arizona or something, and then you walked outside and then there was like a sandstorm. I don't know how Arizona works, but like there's like stuff flying around in the air and you just got your face peeled off. What would happen?
Those things that are in the air, like dust and pollen, dust mites are in the air, sand, there's dirt, naturally, things are just floating around out there, right? Those are called free radicals. And something, when you want to protect your skin, that's why we put on layers. So, you clean your face and you take care of it. And then, before going outside, you do like a good hydrating serum. And then you layer on top of that a moisturizer, and then on top of that a sunscreen. So that's building that protection for your skin before you leave and preparing to preserve it as much as possible. So when we send you home with like aftercare instructions after like a really intense peel, we'll advise, don't exercise for the next 48 to 70 something hours, and then, don't use anything with any acid in it that you don't want to, irritate your face because you're kind of raw and you're going to be peeling and you just want to let that skin heal. Make sure you keep it really moisturized and clean. So you want to avoid outside as much as possible, but when you're leaving and there happens to be a sandstorm, I'd like to think that you could kind of cover a little bit.
I'm sorry, I'm
while
so
you're walking down the street out to your car, maybe, and then hopefully
to walk home,
the serums that we put on. Yeah, because when you walk out the door, we always make sure to put those serums on, and then make sure you're layering to protect the skin before you leave, so that way you're prepared in case you have to go to the grocery store, pick up your kids or whatever after you leave here, because you might have your appointment in the morning, and it's like 10:30 and you're done.
Yeah,
and you still have the rest of the day to like go do stuff, so you want to be protected while you're out maybe doing those things, but we advise, pretty much
just go home.
Yeah.
Do you think the things, well, like the things you eat obviously, but like the things you drink, like having a lot of coffee and stuff, affects how your skin reacts to certain things?
Coffee, is a natural blood thinner. It makes your blood kind of more runny, so when you're getting a treatment done, like waxing, when people would come in to get waxed, I would ask them if they had a lot of coffee or if they drank a lot of things with caffeine, and it actually dries out your hair follicles, and so the hair would break easier because it's more brittle. You're not drinking enough water, and the coffee makes your skin more reactive, so you would get more red, you would bleed more when the hairs would come out, makes you more prone to that when we're doing extractions like on the nose and the T-zone and other things like that. And if you just have some active acne and we're going through and extracting them, you can bleed a little bit more, or a treatment where blood is potential, you know what I mean, like microblading or a microneedling, you can bleed a lot more than usual because of like drinking a lot of alcohol the night before and drinking coffee.
Huh. So do you advise your clients to like, hey, don't drink coffee like 24 hours before, or do you
24 to 48 at least before
cool.
coming in, so that way your skin doesn't react as much, especially if you're going to be doing a peel. It's very reactive chemically, and when you have alcohol in your system, you can get really inflamed really fast, and you could potentially
bleed out.
No, you could have a chemical burn.
Oh.
You won't bleed out.
Bleed out?
But you will be burned.
So, like, what about those, like, resorts? And then they, like, go, like, they're having a margarita on the beach. And then they go in and have, like, a whole spa day. I guess they don't do, like, that intensive things?
Yeah. So, certain kinds of facials, like the ones that I do at my spa, we are more results driven. So, it's not as much of
not just kind of for fun.
Mm-hmm. We call in the industry facials that are kind of like for fun. You call it like a fluff and buff.
Oh, I've heard you say that to your clients before. And I'm like, what does that mean?
It just means you kind of come in, we cleanse the face, you exfoliate a little bit, just maintain. That's for maintaining. In between treatments, kind of. If people are getting microneedles back to back and that's the only thing they want to do, they don't want to do a dermaplane, they don't want to do a microneedle, against us advising it, or you know what I mean, coming up with a treatment plan. If they want to just come in and relax and get their face done, we'll kind of do this thing that's called the fluff and buff, where, you know, we might do a light kind of enzyme peel with like a hydrating mask, and do some red light therapy. Nothing that's going to be anything remotely painful. It's really just for in between treatments to cleanse the skin and take care of it, maintaining
cool.
it. So usually when you go to resorts and stuff like that, they might do some like really cool smelling masks or treatments or aromatherapy themes and stuff like that, versus trying to get results. You're trying to just have fun and relax.
Oh,
so you'll do a relaxing treatment, and most of the time those estheticians too, their facials will be an hour and a half, but I'm doing an hour and a half of extractions and like different tools and things like that. They'll kind of cleanse the face, do some masks and stuff, and they do a lot of décolletage work and massages. So they'll do a lot
put
of
like a jelly mask and massage you.
So they'll do like a 15-minute arm massage on each side. They'll do their back and necks and things like that.
I want one. Let's go get
So
massages.
that's called like a fluff and buff.
Okay, that's cool. I've heard you say that. I'm like, what? Fluff and buff?
Yeah,
What
the
is
the
that?
treatments where you get more aggressive is kind of what I do, and other
What's the more
treatments.
aggressive ones called?
They're just different treatments. It's more invasive.
Okay, that's cool. That's really cool.
So good.
It's amazing. Well, I think that's good for now.
Thank
I'll
you
definitely
so
have you
much.
back and ask you different questions, because I have some things I want to do before we ask those questions.
Okay.
So, but thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for coming on and talking to me
Thank you
and
for
answering
having me.
questions. It was so much fun. This is my sister.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
I'm such a big fan of your show.
Please. I'm hungry. Do you want to go to Red Robin?
Please, I want to go so bad.
Thank you guys so much for watching. That was my sister and probably my first official guest. No, I had my brother on when he did my makeup that one time. Anyway, also my hair is red. I don't know if you can tell. It kind of looks pink to me. To me it looks pink. It looks like hot pink, but it's red and I really like it. I like it so much. And it's fun. So thank you for watching. I will see you next week. Today we have an actual video. What is this? And we have a guest. This was just on a whim. I was like, hey, do you want to record with me? And she was like, sure. So now we're here. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, let me know, and I'll definitely do this in the future, because this was a lot of fun, and I like talking to people and like, getting to know. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.